In here at HSN, I've never seen you include the PT back stretcher as well as the inversion table.
It's a birthday party.
It's a birthday party. And since you're almost 82, we're gonna do this in a big way. So you'll see Riley demonstrating that back stretcher. Let me just break down the value for you one more time, and then we'll introduce you to some more doctors. But just the table on its own is $450. If that's all you want today, go ahead, be my guest. The table on its own is $450. But today we're also including the portable, I call it the portable inversion table because it gives you that great relief. That's lightweight and easy to take with you. That's $46. So instead of spending nearly $500 today, we're gonna help you get this home for $56.66. Those are 6 monthly interest-free payments. You can do that on your major credit card. You can do PayPal, you can do a debit card. We'll take care of the rest. You're gonna save $50 on shipping today. And remember, it's already 85% assembled. Very little work when you get it home. It's coming with a 5-year warranty. 5 years, extra peace of mind. In fact, you'll hear from some of our callers throughout the visit that have had their Teeter for 5 years, 10 years.
20 years.
Nearly
even.
20 years. Some of you have been using your table. So once you have this, you own it. You never have to pay for a doctor's visit or go to a physical therapist or visit a clinic ever again. This is yours. You get to own it. You get to use it every morning or every night. Remember, it's also UL safety listed. Let's talk about that quickly because I know we haven't mentioned that yet. And then we'll get back to some of the technology. But it's important for you to feel safe when you're upside down.
Is an independent company that sets and tests safety standards for a wide variety of products. You've seen it on a lot of electrical goods, a UL marking. Well, with millions of people inverting, they thought we gotta have a specification for inversion tables. They wrote the specification. It's a tough specification. They set the standards, we didn't. And Teeter's the only brand that meets these standards. There's 12 different tests. It has to be cycled 30,000 times. Every moving part, 30,000 cycles. That is 1,200 pounds. That qualifies it for a maximum user weight of 300. There's your 300-pound inverting back and forth. People love to rock back and forth 20, 30 times in a session. Well, UL said, we've got to go 30,000 times with 300 pounds in order to pass our spec. I want you to look at this bar chart. This is the cycling test. And the vertical line on the right with the writing on it. That's what UL says that any safe inversion table needs to meet. That's 30,000 cycles. That long blue line on top is the Teeter. It went 40,000 cycles. We stopped it for time, not because it failed or anything. In fact, I did sit-ups on it after the 40,000 cycles. Look at the look-alikes, and they do look alike.
And
those are 4 of the most widely distributed tables that we bought off the marketplace. And
they didn't even come close.
Catastrophic structural failure, that's broken, bent, and torn metal at a little over 10%. You know, my background's engineering, and I've been trained on how to engineer out fatigue failure. And the only way to do that, because you're rocking back and forth. The loads are first towards your head, then they're towards your feet. And that working back and forth of the metal can cause it to fail and fatigue. Just like breaking a coat hanger. Wire coat hanger, you can break it in 1 minute by bending it back and forth. That's a fatigue failure. We have engineered that out by using high carbon steels, heat treated and key components. Don't even think about inverting on a look-alike that doesn't meet basic safety standards set by independent safety engineers.
That's an incredible high bar to achieve, and they've gone above and beyond. So you've got peace of mind there. And then remember, this is FDA cleared. This is a Class 1 medical device. I'm gonna mention these indications one more time because this is for you. Do you experience back pain? That's millions and millions of Americans. Sciatica, spinal degenerative joint disease, spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension. This could be you. It probably is you or someone you love. Herniated disc. We had some viewers asking about that on Facebook. Degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome. I think it was Olga was wondering about facet syndrome. So yes, Olga, there you are. Muscle spasms. But I want you to hear from some doctors because Dr. Tons is here and he's going to talk about the aging spine. I want you to take a listen and then we'll come back and talk more about Teeter. Take a listen.
The discs that sit here are like shock absorbers we have on the car. So when you get up in the morning, you may be 6'1". When you go to bed at night, you're actually about 6'1½". You lose 1/4 to 1/2 inch of height as these shock absorbers get squeezed and the water comes out of them. Then when you're asleep, they rehydrate. One of the advantages, I think, of Roger's device is that you can do this during the day too and give yourself kind of a break from the constant pressure on your back and on these shock absorbers to allow them to rehydrate by taking all the pressure off and letting them have some freedom. People that get on a standard routine and do it again and again do far better than people that go for 3 weeks of therapy and then re-injure again in a year, go for 3 weeks therapy. A daily routine, which is what Roger's recommending, I think is a very good way of getting your back in great shape so that as we stay vertical for our lives, we don't start breaking down later on.
There we are. Dr. Tans is a senior orthopedic surgeon at Trauma One Center in San Diego. And I want to emphasize a couple of things he said. And I know I'm repeating it, but this is so important you understand it. These dark lines are your discs. They're fluid-filled shock absorbers, and they're constantly changing their fluid content. You know, while you're sleeping, yes, you're still under a lot of pressure. Remember the Nackhamson study? But very slowly over the night, they hydrate, they become thicker, and in the morning, you're the tallest you're gonna be all day. But as soon as you're upright, your own body weight starts to squeeze moisture out of these discs. They become thinner. When they become thinner, you lose flexibility, shock absorption, because all your flexibility and shock absorption is in the disc. Most important, each disc controls the size of an opening that the nerves come through. And your spine, this is nerve central for your whole body. The brain uses the spinal cord and all of these nerves to communicate with every other part of the body. So the function of these nerves has to be kept clear. Pinched nerves can be a problem, not just because they're pain down the leg or pain down the arm, it's communication between the brain and every other part of your body. So keeping those discs well hydrated is so important. And one of the things that makes Teeter work, he said the 4 ways it relieves back pain, talking about hydration of the disc specifically. While you're sleeping, your discs are still under pressure, and yes, they hydrate over the night, but it's slower. With the Teeter, you can increase the decompression so that the pressure in the disc is at or near zero, and that increases the rate of hydration. And that's why we say, 3 to 5 minutes can make a difference. Better to have many short sessions during the day than one long one. And most important, immediately before bed, help those discs to rehydrate, get everything realigned, pull that disc back in before going to bed. All right, here we are, aging spine. This is life on this planet, folks. This figure is not gaining weight, but he sure is changing body shape. He's losing height. And he loses height, he's bulging out in the center. A lot of that middle-age spread is not weight gain, it's internal organs winning the race to the floor. And that height loss, you've got a loss in figure, yes, but the big deal is that height loss is in the soft tissue of the joints, those all-important discs. Look at the disc height on the older gentleman. He can't move as freely. That's going to compromise his golf game. Virtually every kind of flexibility required in his life is going to be compromised, and the chance of pinching nerve roots is going up. We all want to keep our youth. Teeter, a regular use of Teeter, is a way to keep healthy, youthful function of your weight-bearing joints.
Well, let's show you those FDA indications one more time. And then I'm gonna hop on the table because I'm not gonna let these guys have all the fun. It feels so good to go upside down because there's nothing else like it. Do you have back pain? Do you have sciatica? Do you have spinal degenerative joint disease? You have spinal curvature due to tight muscles, muscle tension? That's pretty much me right now. I'm just like one big bottle of tension, it seems, this month. So maybe you're experiencing a herniated disc or someone you love, degenerative disc disease, spinal stenosis, facet syndrome, muscle spasms. There is no other way to relieve that pressure unless you're inverting, right? There's no other way to reverse gravity except to get on the table.
Right, to decompress. There's no other practical way to do it. Aerobic, anaerobic, yoga, Pilates, anything you want to name. It's great for overall health of many parts of the body, but they're all compressive.
You're still standing or you're still sitting.
Right, it's still being, the joints are still being compressed. This is the only practical way to decompress. That is one of the missing links. Now, I put the tether, this strap on.
Okay.
That presets an angle. Is that looks comfortable?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go all the way.
Oh, well, okay. Let's demonstrate this
Okay, yeah,
one.
we'll take it one step at a time.
All right, height, Sarah?
About 5'6".
5'6". All right.
Okay.
And step
Go
all
ahead
the way
and
over.
step all the way over here.
And then enter heel first. You got it.
Okay.
And then you can just pull the ratchet. You don't need to use the button.
That's nice. It's so easy. You can hear it click in, and then you can have it feel nice and secure on your ankles. Okay.
Now I'm going to hold the table just what you should at the spotter the first time. And she's lifted off. But
it's going to kind of wiggle
a little
back.
bit. Okay, now with one arm you can control.
Isn't that amazing? You just lift your arm, and then the other arm, and there's more weight. And then you can feel your back sliding down the table. I can actually feel myself getting taller.
That's not strange. Your feet are clamped and you are getting longer.
That's amazing. I can also feel like my lungs expanding.
Well, it helps fill the lungs. A lot of opera singers use inversion for that purpose. And the rosy cheeks, extra blood up there. Colleen, who inverts every day for 20 years. She said, every time I come up, I feel like I had a facial, because you're getting an oxygen wash to the upper body.
Oh, it feels so good. I mean, this is the perfect time. If you've ever wanted to try this, if you've been watching this presentation, some of you might have seen it 20 times over the last 20 years. This is the best bundle we've ever offered. Remember, you are getting the inversion table, and I'll go over to Riley one more time because she's also going to demonstrate the second product you're getting, which we've never included with the inversion table before, and that is like having an inversion table that you can fit in your suitcase.
That's absolutely right. It is your on-the-go natural back pain solution, and you just slide it into place. You put the lap pads at the very top of your thigh, as high up as they'll go, and then you simply push on the handles. And as you do that, it's using a lever and fulcrum to amplify that push throughout your spine, creating decompression. And it's indicated for exactly the same 10 conditions, sciatica, herniated disc, as the inversion table, but in a much more compact way. So you can kind of twist like this to loosen up the back. You can do it seated like I am, and this is a great thing to take to the office if you have one of those desk jobs where you're sitting all day. But you can also do it on the floor as we're showing here, and that's gonna give you a deeper stretch when you're on the floor because obviously you're not having to off the weight of the torso, but just push, breathe, and then release, and it creates a pumping action in the disc that is gonna take the pressure off the nerve roots, allow the disc to rejuvenate, and give you that natural back pain relief.
And we've never included that before with the inversion table, but as Roger said, it's HSN's birthday. We're celebrating our birthday here at HSN, 42 years. We've been your #1 choice when it comes to a shopping network, and we're so thrilled that we can be with you today and give you something that could be one of the best decisions that you make for your life, for your health, for your future, for your flexibility, for your movement, for temporary relief of pain. This is the time to do it.
Yeah, I mean, when you got back pain, you can't deal with stress. Your life shut down. It's not only your life, it's a family life, and having the Teeter is so important because of easy access too. For those of you who have tweaked your back, you know that you move in, I felt it, but you're not disabled quite then. It's the next morning that you're shut down. That's because the muscles in the area of the misalignment, they splint the area so that the misalignment doesn't get worse. But in doing that, you are totally immobilized. Well, if you have easy access to the Teeter, you can jump on it the same day as you felt that tweak, and as you move around, it'll self-realign itself. That's what the Army found out. It used inversion. Everybody in basic training for 6 years, inverted 5 minutes at the end of the day so that overuse, misuse that occurred during the day would self-correct, and they greatly reduced lost training time by this correction.
I want you to hear one more testimonial, and maybe what he says will resonate with you. Take a listen to Kevin.
I'm an iron worker. I've been an iron worker for 34 years now, and from when I first started, I had a bad back. When you have a bad back, you're limited. I tried everything. I got on the teeter, and then I just got upside down, and I stretched out, and the first time I twisted, I felt like this is something right here. I felt it like just alleviating, just stretching. Now I can go out, I can go play basketball, go walking with the kids. It doesn't matter, because I'm already stretched out. I'm limber. This is the best investment I ever made on my back. I'm a new person. That's what I came to be. I'm a new person. That's how I feel.
Well, I hope you're having the best summer you could ever possibly have. I'll tell you what Roger's doing this summer. He's water skiing this summer at nearly 82 years. And I mean, look at, this is not a model. This is not some YouTube video. This is our very own Roger Teeter, who is enjoying every minute of your life.
I've already water skied 30 days this summer.
Wow.
And it's not even August. You know, and that's the way I wrecked my back. I wrecked my back 40 years ago skiing, actually running the slalom course. You know what? Today, I'm doing that. I'm actually in the slalom course, not just recreational skiing. I'm running the slalom course, and I love it. And I'm getting to teach my grandkids. I mean, that's precious. That is absolutely precious, to be able to do things with your grandkids.
You also get to share it with the rest of America. Let's go to the phones. I want to catch Darlene from New Jersey. Darlene, you're live with Sarah and the Teeters. Welcome to the show. I hear you use one.
Thank you for taking the call.
Hi, glad to hear from you.
I just have to call in, and I never do, but I have today. I made it a point. I bought one of these about, I'm going to guess, 6 or 8 months ago, and my husband was kind enough to put it together in the dining room. Never used it. And I've been told in the last couple of weeks, back surgery, a right hip replacement. I have sciatica that would kill you. 7 days ago, I had my husband stand next to me so I didn't flip. And he stayed right with me, and I was on it about 8 minutes and came off. And the next day I went on it twice for about 5 or 6 minutes, and every day after once. In 7 days, I have to tell you, this is unbelievable. Besides, I can put myself on it now. It's remarkable. I can walk the stairs. I was doing one step at a time. I can go up the stairs like a human being. This is, when I tell you surgery, if the right hip has to be done because I'm bone on bone, okay, but not the back. So I am very happy that I finally got to use it. I was afraid of it. I was kind of afraid that I would flip, and how wrong I am, because it's set up beautifully.
Darlene, thank you so much for your call. We're going to say goodbye, but we're going to keep talking about your phone call. I want to tell you how much we appreciate hearing from you. But speak to Darlene while she's off air.
You bring tears to my eyes, Darlene. You know, this is why, at my age, I don't need to be doing this. You know, I'm just the pretty face. My daughter and her husband are running the company. You know, I love, it changed my life. It changed my life. It literally changed my life dramatically. And the relief I got was the first session. Not going to be the first session for everybody, but for me it was. And I started this company in my garage with my wife in 1981. But I'm doing this now, 21 years on TV, because of you.
Because of calls like Darlene.
Darlene, she is my pay for this show.
That's right.
Thank you, Darlene.
Thank you so much, Mike. I mean, she saw results within a week. And it might just be a couple minutes a day. I want you to really consider that today is your day to treat yourself to relief from back pain, temporary relief from any of those indications that we mentioned earlier. This is an FDA-registered Class 1 medical device. This is UL safety certified. This is 85% pre-assembled. It has the longest warranty at 5 years. Today we have 6 monthly payment plans for you that are easily available, whether you give us a call or you go to hsn.com. We also are offering free shipping and handling, and both of these are customer picks. Remember, you're getting both the inversion table and you're getting the portable P2 Back Stretcher. You're getting them both, the best value on the biggest birthday bundle that Teeter has ever offered here at HSN. Go for it, Roger.
If it doesn't change your life, send it back. You've got to be curious what a Teeter could do for you.
You're gonna find out once you get it home. You're gonna love it. I'll see you on the other side with skin.